All right, in this video, we're going to be doing an overview of DEX Screener, right? Right. So, once you load the website, right, dexscreener.com, this is what you first see. Okay. So here it's asking me to sign in, and this is watch list, alerts, multi charts. A whole lot of options, right? Whole lot of options, and these are different. Um, you could call them ecosystems or blockchains, right? So whole lot of options. All of these are pairs, right? So this is Misha with that's Misha slash wrapped ETH. This is Nero Sol, that's Nero slash Solana. Um, so many Solana pairs here. So essentially, Dex Screener, right, is a um is a price oracle, right? So, but it doesn't just track price; it also tracks volume. It also tracks liquidity, number of transactions, and whatnot. So, as you can see here, we have token, which are the token pairs. We have price; these are the current prices they are trading at. Age, transactions, volume, makers. So, maker says unique wallets that bought or sold this pair. Uh, we have the 5 minutes price change, 1 hour price change, 6 hour price change, 24 hours price change, the amount of liquidity, and then the market cap. Now, if you look here, you can see that these values are changing, and that's because the oracle keeps updating them. You know, so an oracle is a kind of software that sources information from reliable sources, and then this website is working with an oracle. So the oracle is displaying, or rather the website is displaying the information it's getting from the oracle. Okay. Now we have rank by, so this is trending 6 hours. If we change it to ascending order, we have a different amount of uh tokens here, and then here we have liquidity at less than $1. So basically all of these are potentially undesirable because we have 8 transactions, low liquidity, low market cap. So we'll just change that back to ascending or descending rather. And then we have, what we had, Misha with and whatnot. If we change this to trending in 24 hours, we'll have a slightly different. So we have Mudeng that wasn't here before. Mind you, a lot of these tokens are what I would refer to as shit coins, right? So a lot of these tokens will probably disappear in, maybe not disappear, but they will tank. That's, they won't have any value in a couple of days or weeks. Okay, so you can see the market cap 10 million, 293,000, 6.7 million. They are all either small or micro caps. Basically, most of them here are under 10 million market cap, apart from this one and this one. So, yeah, Dex Screener, right? It helps you track um coins on decentralized exchanges. So it helps you trade. It helps you get real time information on coins that are available for trading on decentralized exchanges. So these 24-hour transactions tells you that, okay, these are all the transactions that have taken place within the last 24 hours that we have access to. So based on their oracle, they have access to these number of transactions in the last 24 hours. The oracle also tells them this amount of volume, in the last 24 hours. And I am specifying based on this platform because different price oracles, these kinds of platforms, right, that tell you, that track price and volume and liquidity, these kinds of platforms, right, they work with different oracles, so they will give you slightly different values here. But for the most part, the information they give you is usually very reliable, right? So the alternatives to DEX Screener are Coin Market Cap, Coin Gecko. There are a whole lot of others, right? But those two are the most popular as far as I'm concerned, or as far as anybody on the crypto market is concerned. So let's say I wanted to look for a particular cryptocurrency, right? I would go to search here. So let's say I wanted to do Bitcoin. Oh no, Bitcoin is like really, really, really big, really popular. Let's go with something like Lido. Yeah, Lido DAO token. So we will see a couple of options. Now this says Lido with, and then this icon here is showing you the exchange it's trading on. So this is Uniswap's logo. And if I scroll down, I would see a couple of other options. So this is showing me Lido staked soul, but I want just Lido. So I'll stick with the two on the top. And then from here I can see 24-hour volume 897k, 24-hour volume 1.5k. So I would go with the higher volume. And then you could have fakes, right? And a good way to spot fakes is by um the 24-hour volume. Okay, so this tells me the price. This tells me the price in wrapped Ethereum. This is liquidity. Liquidity is just a measure of how easily a an asset can be traded without causing significant price changes. Okay, so well, that's just basically it, right? That's just what liquidity means. You don't have to understand it in total. But a good rule of thumb is the higher the liquidity, the easier it will be to trade, and the better it is for you who is investing. So this says 100 transactions. This should be 24-hour number of transactions. Now, if you look here, you will notice that the buys are more than the buyers. Now, this just means that single address probably made multiple transactions. That's why you have buyers as 34 but buys as 55. So it means a couple of these buyers bought more than once, right? Same as these sales and sellers. Okay. Then this shows you sell volume, this shows you buy volume. These makers means unique wallets that bought or sold this pair. So these makers here is a combination of unique buyers and sellers. Um Now if you notice that if you add up the buyers and sellers, it's more than this value, right? It's more than this 54. So in that situation, you can just ignore it because it's not necessarily important, but it just means that some people on the buy side are also on the sell side, right? Some people who are buying are also selling, and the unique amount of individuals interacting with this particular pair on this particular exchange, Uniswap, is 54. Then this shows price slash market cap. This is the pair. This is the time frame. So this now is sort of it's not sort of, it's a price chart, right? This is a price chart. So if I go to, let's say, the 4-hour time frame, each candlestick here represents 4 hours of time, right? Each candlestick represents 4 hours of time. So I'm seeing that the price has gone from somewhere here to where it's trading at right now, and this was September 6th September 2024. This is 19th September 2024. So this has taken a couple of days, right? Over around 15 or so days to get to this price point. Okay, it doesn't really mean much. And if you look overall, the chart is moving sideways. You understand? There's no significant price difference. Came from here, trading somewhere around here, to trading somewhere around here. So for the most part, it has moved sideways. Here it moved from down to up, which is clear. Then here it moved downwards, right? So the price was depreciating, and then now it looks like it's making a recovery. So I switched to the daily chart, and I'm saying that overall the chart has been in a downtrend, right? So the price has been reducing. We're in a bearish market, right? I explained what bearish um seasons are, right? So let's explore this part um of the website for a bit. So this says watch list. Assuming I had an account, and assuming I was logged in to my account, you would see my watch list here. This alerts is just setting up a price alert for a particular price, and the platform will tell you when price has crossed that price that you set. The multi charts. Okay, multi charts just helps you examine multiple charts at the same time, right? The new pairs shows you the newest additions on um DEX screener, right? So most of these pairs, or all of them here, right? If you look here, it says age less than or equal to 24 hours. So all of these pairs started trading less than 1 day ago. Every single one of these pairs. Okay, like I said, the majority of pairs on DEX screener are shit coins. So if you are one who likes to gamble and whatnot, you can come here and do your quick, get in, get out, get your information, trade, and find your way out. Liquidity is greater than $1,000. So this has relatively good liquidity for its market cap. Right, generally there's a liquidity problem in crypto, right? But this, or when I say there's a liquidity problem, like a lot of tokens, including the very big ones, couldn't handle everybody selling at the same time. Okay, the liquidity is not enough in that respect. Yeah. So the liquidity here is even like 10%, is less than 10% of the market cap, but it's still relatively fair. It's around 5% of the market cap, so it's still relatively fair. This one is like 10% of the market cap, so this has good liquidity. This also has good liquidity, but that's enough about liquidity. So if you look up here, you would see all chains, Solana, Ethereum, Kanto, and then there are more, right? So it's just asking you, do you want tokens on all blockchains? And this one is like, okay, you want only Solana, you want only Ethereum, you want only Kanto, like that. So assuming I was looking for a let's go here more. Let's say a token on Ton. Ton is getting a lot of noise these days. Let's say I wanted to trade a token on Ton. So I will just click Ton, right? And then it only shows me coins on Ton um blockchain, Ton ecosystem, right? So the information has changed, right? the information here has changed from all chains to only ton. And so this page is now displaying information for only tokens on ton. So if I select any single one, let's say boom, right? So once I click it to show me the exchange that I can get it on here, and it's showing me the ecosystem that this token is contained in. So we can see that this candle, since I'm on the daily time frame, there's only one candle. And remember, the platform already told us that this token launched less than 24 hours ago, right? So this is the market cap, 15,000. This is the liquidity, and the coin is doing really badly. It has lost almost 50% of its worth within the last 24 hours, and it's judging from the candle, it's really, really, it's going down. Like it's opened shot upwards and they started dumping. So let's check the 15-minute time frame and see. All right, so we can see clearly that the token is not doing so well. It opened with a green candle. There were a lot of buys at this price, and then it just started to dump, and it's at this point right now. So anyway, that's how to use where were we? Okay, new pairs. So this is gainers and losers. All right, so it's showing me gainers. This gainers is showing blue because it's on right now. Losers is off, so it's dark, right? So these are the best performers, right? This has done 4 million percent, 965k percent. The market cap is 546 million. Liquidity is 556,000. This one's market cap is 7.2 billion. Liquidity, this liquidity is really low, but then it's a shit coin, so it wouldn't really matter. So this is Trump slash Soul, right? Um Basically it's just, we're just taking a broad look around the app, right? So if I change this to losers, then it will show me all the coins that are performing poorly. So this is Trump AI, World Liberty, Gina, Tron Bull, Fuku, whatever, right? And this is liquidity, this is the market cap. So if you look on this side, right, the 24-hour difference, you would notice that this token at the top is doing poorly, much, much poorly than, the tokens as you scroll lower down this, and it just means this is the worst performer, right, for the day. Then go to portfolio. So this would have shown my portfolio, right? This would have shown my portfolio if I was logged in. This says advertise. Okay, it took me to another tab. uh so if we go more, okay, I think that's that for this. So it just stops at advertise and API. Now the rest of these are just, specific um blockchains, right? Just like we did at previously, a few minutes back. So if you just want to, explore a particular ecosystem, you could just go here, scroll down, right, and then pick. There are so many different blockchains, right? And each of them have coins also. Let's check out Cardano, and then we close out this video. So these are all the coins currently on Cardano. 24-hour transactions 269. This is kind of low. 24-hour volume is 19,000 dollars only. That's really really low. It means Cardano is not getting a lot of noise at the moment, which could be a good time to buy, right? Because I mean, you don't want to buy when everybody is already hyped up. You want to buy when there's no much noise. But then at the same time, you cannot buy simply because a blockchain is not getting attention. It could be for the right reasons, right? It could not be getting attention because it is not, it's not serving a good purpose, right? But you want to make a thorough evaluation. But this is one thing to consider though, when a blockchain is not getting a lot of attention, it's usually a good time to buy. So you can get a really good price, right? And then when the noise starts to come, when liquidity starts to come in, you would have made a really, really good bag. So that's basically it on DEX screener. Obviously, there's a whole lot more you can do with it, but you find that out the more you use it, right? And then you enjoy more of the benefits when you create an account, right? I didn't want to sign in on my account because I don't want to divulge some sensitive information during the course of the video, right? That's why I'm not logged in. But once you log in, it's basic. This interface doesn't change when you log in. Okay, it doesn't change. It's just that you will be exposed to um significantly more benefits, right? Um you could play around with a lot more things when you are logged in. So that's basically it. Thank you so much for your time, and see you in the next section.